Creator Vault. The Nexus Creator Vault is a virtual desktop that lives in a web browser. Now, what do you use it for? It's used to basically make teamwork and collaboration easier with AI. So basically, since it's a virtual desktop in a web browser, you can have an entire desktop space with, whether you code or don't code or you just write, regardless of what you do, you can use this little virtual desktop environment to collaborate with both peers, other people you're doing projects with, and advanced intelligence or artificial intelligence. So we use a special framework called Automate Boring Things for everything we do at Cloud Underground. So this is a Cloud Underground piece of software. So Automate Boring Things is basically a resource that gives us a way to communicate with automation resources, tools, and thanks to AI these days, it gives us a reference that we can hand over to an AI or whoever we're working with to identify some of those mundane tasks that some of us in different roles might be doing. So, if you're someone who handles dispatch at a company, then perhaps it can be very helpful to have a series of zaps using a tool like Zapier, or perhaps you use something that's not Zapier, but whatever your company uses, your unique company uses, and maybe you have account managers at your company, maybe you have BizOps teams and things like that. Who knows? Everyone's company is different. And so you simply organize all of your roles a specific way. How do you learn that way? That's with Automate Boring Things. It lets you take the boring things so you can automate them away so that you don't have to do them anymore, because that's a kind of the goal, to not do it anymore. So this is how you can start to automate some job roles. And this is how we begin to then allow you to build a knowledge center or a knowledge base that then goes deeper into this resource here that we provide if you are working with us for some of our programs. So if we're working with you, then we're going to, at Cloud Underground and Underground Ops, we're going to help you get a marketing plan set up first, and then we're going to help you figure out things like launch budgets, launch goals. So ultimately, if you're trying to run a business, you probably have things that you market and take to market. And if you have that process at your business of going from marketing to sales to onboarding, basically customer success, building new customers, helping your existing customers succeed, we help you map all of that out, track all of that, and then also use the AI to then help you create your content, help you build everything you need that gets built out. We actually have everything that you need all in one place in this virtual desktop environment that helps you write emails just for you. And then there are special configurations set up, because maybe you're not trying to look for pictures of a dog. Maybe you are. Maybe give me another picture of a dog with wings. So let's see what we get here. So anyways, maybe you're not trying to market dogs with wings, but let's say that oh my goodness, this is amazing. So anyways, let's say that you're trying to get some of those images. If you've used something like Midjourney or something like that before, this is not new to you, but gives you an idea that you can do everything that you need to do all in one place, where you can also then save and organize that data and information. Because while I'm just showing you stuff that's in a web browser here, we actually have more going on here. So if I download one of these images, let's say that I'm trying to make a quick commercial, or let's say, it doesn't have to be a commercial. Who knows what you're trying to do? But this has a full suite of both streaming videos. So if you're trying to build a live stream or build live stream content, that might be something that interests you. But let's say that you want to go and create a little advertisement, right? Right here, all in one place. You can go ahead and launch a video editor right here in this little resource. And, the joy of this is you don't have to have a computer that's powerful enough to video edit. Now, why am I showing you this? And I could be showing you other things, but let's say we want this image of this dog. We can put this image in our video editor here. I don't know, whatever you want to do. I was trying to figure out how to do it through the menu. As you can see, it's got lots of options as a video editor. If you've used video editors before, you're probably much better. I'm more of the one who makes the software tools. And if you're a creator, then you're the one who probably knows how to do amazing things when you have all these tools at your mercy. But the joy of this is that you don't have to have the power to do all of the video editing on this system here directly. That's amazing. So all that power is basically running in the cloud so that it's away from your machine, so you can act like you have a very powerful machine, which I'm doing this from a tablet right now. This tablet most certainly doesn't have the power to be doing all of this right now. But you are watching me do all of this powerful stuff where then I can set up an API that lets me then feed everything that's going on with this little integrated. This virtual desktop is also a server with an API. Let me put it that way. And then you can configure that API to basically do what's called model tuning. Now, I'm not going to get into that. That goes into all of you really extreme people who are doing more administrative stuff, who are doing more of the codey things, and maybe you're doing some actual code. If you are doing that level of work with this, then the rabbit hole goes deeper than if you're not. You might be able to just, if you're trying to build email automations, this is all you need. If you're ready to rumble. If you're just trying to build some little ads, you're ready to roll without getting into some of this model tuning stuff. This is for the geeks and the nerds. I'm kind of on that geeky, nerdy side of things too. So to me, this gets interesting. So I'll say anyone else who is not interested in learning more than what you need to start making money for your business, this is where you can do data science. So there's an administrative side of our tool here where you can continue to build. So this is if you've ever heard of a RAG model for AI, it stands for, why do I always forget what RAG stands for? So AI RAG model, retrieval augmented generation, is what RAG stands for. So if you're doing that sort of level of more deep configuration, you can configure this whole thing with what's called Chasm. For one, there's a platform called Chasm where everything is able to basically allow you to have onboard graphics in the back end of this whole ecosystem so that you can really do real AI development if you're really starting to get deep into all of that stuff. Now, that's if we're starting to get really, really advanced. So most people aren't going to be going that hardcore. But still, what do we have for the AI and its API? There's an entire set of databases back here, including Nextcloud, that can be used as database references, or you can configure them as vector databases for your API here. All of this can be configured to talk with the API, including dashboards where you have, data. Where the nice thing about these dashboards is you can get dashboards for just about anything. You can get dashboards for the technical overview or the security overview or whatever you're trying to get an overview of with your environment, because the AI can then leverage all of this data too. So you can say, hey, AI, help me understand this. Help me understand all of this gibberish. Or if you know what it is, then it's not gibberish. And then for those of you who are more focused on sales, you can actually build entire sales dashboards where, by default, if you're working with us and you're paying us for the help, then we by default will configure one of these Salesforce dashboards for you if you so happen to use Salesforce. If you don't use Salesforce, we will set one up for you if that is something that's interesting to you, so that we can get you a high-level tracking for things like your business's bottom line, so that if you run a business, you can keep track of the bottom line in a unified, centralized way. Why not? So the other benefit of this too is if you don't like to let people log into your Salesforce, that can be a security thing. So this is an option for those who want to have additional folks who can log in and check out data that might be relevant for marketing, but do all of your marketers need to have access to Salesforce? No. And so you can just give people the access to the things that's relevant to them. And so if you're in this back end here, you're the one who's kind of deciding who gets access to what. You're the administrator. This is an administrative little desktop. And as confusing as that is, even though we have a virtual desktop here that, as this says here, this is a virtual desktop that lives in a web browser. In its web browser, it also has a virtual desktop that lives in a browser. Talk about inception. So anyways, the only people who would ever go into this little backend area here are administrators. Not everyone's going to even have access to that. So most who are using this will probably spend most of their time automating things like marketing and automating things like your email and things like that, and building out things like your business plan, where you can get down and dirty in the Nexus Innovation Experience War Room that comes with a specific package that we deliver. So anyways, we help train your people, train your AI, and train your people how to work with your AI so that you can all collaborate together in one place, all through your web browsers in a safe and secure way. So thanks for watching, and thanks for checking out the Nexus Creator Vault.